The city of Viridia awoke to a Tuesday. It was a day calibrated for productivity. Municipal chronometers transitioned from nocturnal low-power mode at precisely 0600 hours. These chronometers were synchronized to the prime architect's standard time. Within the Cypher household, Apartment 7B, Sector Gamma 4, internal atmospheric controls adjusted the temperature. The change was a programmed 1.7 degrees Celsius, an optimal increment for gentle rousing. Lucian Cypher's biometric wristband registered a shift from Stage 4 sleep to Stage 2. This device was a mandated Origin employee wristband. The change occurred approximately 3 minutes prior to the audible chime from the family unit's central console. Its data stream was passively monitored and archived by a local subroutine designated A.R.C.H.I.E. The data indicated his cortisol levels were within baseline parameters for a standard workday. He moved with the practiced efficiency of routine. This included hygiene protocols and putting on the gray utility wear of a systems engineer. The fabric of the wear was interwoven with passive environmental sensors. In the small kitchen alcove, the nutrient paste dispenser hummed. It portioned out 2 adult servings and 2 child-sized allocations of Nutri-Prime Morning Blend, fortified. The VeriFeed display, embedded in the wall, flickered to life. The benevolent face of conquered announcer Valerius offered the day's positive projections. Origen's energy output was, as frequently reported, exceeding targets. Civic harmony indices for Gamma 4 sector showed a commendable 98.7% compliance with overnight residential stillness directives. Leo spoke, entering the alcove. "Morning, Papa." At 10 years, his movements were already acquiring a practiced neatness. His youth cadet preliminary uniform was immaculate, the silver seedling insignia polished. He selected his Nutri-Prime portion. "Did you see? Gamma 4 is top sector for harmony again." Lucian replied, his vocal tone even. "Good to hear, son." Archie's acoustic analysis registered a fractional dip in pitch on the word harmony. This was a recurring micro-variation when custodial terminology was employed in domestic settings. He glanced at the VeriFeed. Valerius was now extolling the virtues of the upcoming day of sacred reflection. Alara joined them, her expression showing a hint of concern, less aligned with the VeriFeed's mandated optimism. Her own Origin administrative band, a less sensor-rich model than Lucian's, remained discreetly on her wrist. "Traffic on the tubes looks heavy today," she commented, her gaze fixed on a small, non-VeriFeed datapad she habitually consulted. This datapad aggregated older, less curated public transport feeds. Might be delays reaching the archive. Leo recited, a phrase from his Foundations of the Word module. "The prime architect guides the diligent." Alara's smile did not fully reach her eyes. "Indeed, Leo. And sometimes the diligent also check the old metro maps." 7-year-old Hannah wandered in, her hair still tousled from sleep. She clutched a worn synth bear. She accepted her Nutri-Prime from Lucian with a sleepy murmur. "Is it circle time at school today, Papa?" she asked, referring to the daily session where children shared harmonious thoughts. "I believe so, sweetling," Lucian said, ruffling her hair. "Remember to share something good about our community helpers." He avoided specifying which helpers. Archie had logged this subtle linguistic evasion as increasingly common in his speech patterns when discussing potentially scrutinized topics with the children. The family consumed their paste in relative silence. The primary sound was the VeriFeed's soothing pronouncements. Later, Lucian prepared to leave with Leo and Hannah for the transit hub. Their respective schools and his Origin sector office were in close proximity. As they were near the entryway, Alara drew him aside. "The Kellerman boy from 9C, she began, her voice lowered, a common precaution even within their own walls. Archie's audio sensors, calibrated for precisely such modulations, focused. His mother said he was counseled yesterday for asking too many questions about the revised planetary history module." Lucian's jaw tightened. It was a micro-expression lasting 0.7 seconds. "Counseled how?" Alara stated, her voice filled with unease. The usual. A friendly chat with a family harmony warden. Reassurance that curiosity should be guided by the prime architect's wisdom, not stray into unproductive deviations. Alara's gaze held his. He's 8, Lucian. I know. His own cortisol levels, Archie noted, had spiked by 18%. Leo is engaged with his studies. Hannah follows the guidelines. He adjusted his satchel. We do what we can, Alara. We keep them safe by staying within the lines. The lines keep moving, Lucian, she countered, her voice barely a whisper. He met her gaze, then nodded curtly. Transit leaves in 7 minutes. Outside, the air was crisp, filtered by the district's atmospheric processors. Wardens of truth were stationed at predictable intervals along the pedestrian causeways. They were identifiable by their deep blue tunics and placid, observant demeanors. Their presence was a constant, like the ever-present hum of the city's data network. This was a system Lucian Cypher understood intimately. Yet he was only beginning to process its pervasive reach in its entirety. He held Hannah's hand a little tighter as they walked towards the drone of the approaching transport. Leo, a step ahead, marched with a newfound upright precision. He was already a small citizen of a meticulously ordered world.